Welcome to hole number 1 of the 7th anniversary tournament. I can't believe I'm saying that. Setting up with a Titan ball and an extra mile 7 here in this video. I do have a couple of EM5 shots. This is the footage I have this week, trying to bring a little variety here. 10% max. I'm going to play here with 4.5 top spin, 2 bars of left spin. The bottom line is you just need to get this ball down the middle of the fairway on the right-hand side. And it's not too bad of a hole. The headwind here is actually the pain in the butt. Otherwise, it's pretty darn straightforward. So I give a little circle break over power just to compensate for that a little bit. And ultimately, this should be a very straightforward par 4 once you get a shot dialed in here. The second shot here is not too bad. Anytime I set up with the short iron, my favorite, the Thorn, I know it's going to be a decently good opportunity. Now, in this wind here, I believe I elect to play with 0 bars of spin. But if you have kind of like a tailwind here, you're definitely going to want to play it like around 2 bars of backspin, sometimes 3. I like to land on the green here, I think, and that's about 3 to 4 backspin. So it kind of depends on which angle your drive puts you as to how you want to play it. But anywhere from 0 to 2 bars of backspin, I have listed in the notes. Negative 10% mid here is the adjustment on this shot. And I think we're going to have some interesting holes in this old classic course. There's some good opportunities, and then there's some really tough ones. So I have everything in this video from Power 5 win 0 shots to basic balls. So stick around, leave me a comment, and good luck in the tournament. Okay, so hole number 1, once again, and speaking of that Power 5 wind 0 shot, that's what you're going to see right here, right now. Now, I'm just checking out kind of how far up the different power levels of the balls here are going to help me reach. And ultimately, I just decide to go for the big one. Now, you probably can absolutely play this with the Zerk. That's what I'm going to recommend that we're going to test out first. And I'm going to play here 10% max. And you see I have the wrong power ball settings in the app, but that's just how life goes sometimes. Got to pay attention to the details. That's the kind of thing that's going to make or break the big differences in this game. So I push this one to max, and then I use a little bit less overpower to keep the needle speed slow. And these days, what I would really recommend is to make the full adjustment. Don't push to max and try the max overpower shot there. As long as you hit that fairway with your max topspin here, you should put yourself in a very nice spot to get it to the green. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get to the green to be green side here, then all you have to do is play a beautiful little mid-range wedge shot here. And, you know, if we have this kind of nice wind in, you know, in the round, I do recommend trying to go for it on the left-hand side. If you've got the balls, you've got to send it like Shinobi, baby. You want to get it down there as far as you possibly can. So it all depends on the wind, depends on the ball, the level of clubs in your bag. I can't account for everyone playing in rookie anywhere from an extra mile level 1 up to an APOC level 8. You know what I mean? So we try to meet in the middle. We try to get some booms, and I really hope it can help you out. Okay, so hole number 2. Now we're going to show you where this course can actually provide a little bit of opportunity. So checking out this sniper here and using my favorite par 3 ball, the Navigator. And we're going to decide to go with this kind of mid-distance rough bump. So top of that red ring with the Sniper 7 is at the top of the rough here. And I'm actually not really using any spin here at all. However, depending on the wind, I'd recommend, again, anywhere from 0 to 2 bars of backspin. You know, just because of the direction of the wind here, we're just playing it the way we are. So we're always going to have to tweak it for the tournament conditions. You know, if you've got a direct tailwind here, you're definitely going to want to slow it down a little bit. Nonetheless, 20% mid, perfect ball, red ring by the rough there. This should give you a very good look at getting it in the hole. Okay, so hole number 3, this one is very difficult at rookie, and you're kind of just going to get the safe eagle here. So I set it up 4.5 top, 2 bars of left spin. We're at that plus 16-yard mark, and I've got that yellow ring on the left rough. So tight margins here, you definitely wouldn't want to hit a great left. You could play it with the red ring and give it a little bit of curl. In this situation, I'm giving it about circle break over power, plus maybe just a little bit more, you know, with that headwind there. Not super strong because the Kingmaker helps, but you're really going to have to consider the ball that you choose here. Clipping the rough is nice, it puts you in a very, very good position here for the second shot. Now, some people try to use a horizon and run it up the middle with topspin, but in a headwind here, I absolutely recommend that you're going to use the big dog. Now, 7 top, 2.5 bars of right spin, and you're going to see here how dangerous this shot is and how compelling of an argument to bring a power 5 ball here once again. So this is the worst case scenario. So I'm going to see how many rings into overpower I'm adjusting here. So just a couple, about 2 rings. So I'm probably going to try to play about 3 to 4 rings of overpower here. So it's, dangerous. You do not want to hit great on a shot like that. I have a little bit of a disclaimer in the note here. If you have a topspin boost ball, that can really help to get it up and run it through there. As long as you can get it up there, no big deal. Tap it in for an eagle and move on to hole number 4. Okay, hole number 4 is going to really show you how important the par 3s are on this course. Going to play 2 top, 1 left with the navigator and the sniper. Now, this shot is definitely designed for headwind. You'd have to play a different ball here or even a long iron max rough bump here as well. So just going to kind of wiggle it left, wiggle it right with the top, about half that red ring into the fringe. And just trying to get that ball guide just so. And adjusting here, 10% min, obviously, being down there on the min line. And again, once you get this one dialed into the tournament win situation, this hole can be very, very fruitful. And it's going to be important that you're getting these drops on the par 3s with the longer holes being very, very difficult. So at the pin, let's go. All right, hole number 5. This one requires an exacting drive. I'm setting up with the big topper and a kingmaker here. We're giving this about 7.5 bars of topspin, 3 bars of left spin. I'm at that plus 13 yard mark with that yellow ring on the left rough. Now, I'm going to use max left curl here after a 10% max adjustment. And I'm trying not to use any overpower here. Now, I might actually have a little bit on this shot. You really should be taking a few practice swings with many of these holes if you're not familiar with them. Otherwise, it's like saying hello to an old friend. You'll practice this shot 3 times. It'll work out 3 times beautifully. You'll go live, and then we'll see what happens. I hope it doesn't happen to you. Second shot, if you make it over, and there's a power slice that you can do there as well, you kind of want to start somewhere near the pink bushes on the right-hand side at max extension, but it's not really my speed, especially here in a rookie video. I've got that end bringer just on the front edge of the green. There's definitely some glitchy landing spots here that can put you in kind of like, not where you want to be territory. You could even consider playing it with a little bit of spin here as well. So keep that in mind. I'm still playing the 20% mid with a level 2. It should maybe 15%, but it all depends how that shot's playing for you in that win. So I hope you get some luck. Hope you get lots of booms. I'll see you over on hole number 6. Okay, so hole number 6, it's time for a bunch of nonsense. Setting up here with the power 5 ball, using 4 bars of topspin. In this situation, you're probably going to use max. 4 bars of top, 1 bar of right spin. Now, we're adjusting this shot 10% max. Still going to do just that. And I'm going to stretch it out here. I think I did actually already at the beginning of the shot to have that second bounce over onto the second fairway. So I'm going to push it to max here. And then because I was able to push up enough, we don't need to use any overpower. If I had pushed 3 or 4 or 5 rings, you're going to have to kind of adjust in overpower like that. Second bounce on the second fairway. Too much topspin here can put you in trouble. As you can see, this one should work out just fine. Second shot, if you can get that drive dialed in there, should put you close with the big dog. Now, as you can see, a little bit of work to do here, but you just need to stick it here on the fairway. So about 3.5 top, 2 bars of right spin here, and at max, we should have that red ring about half in the right rough. I mean, there's no need to have that yellow ring quite so close, even though it is a bit of a close shot. So once again, getting that distance, pushing it up to max, not always as necessary as, we once did here on this classic course, but puts you in a very good position nonetheless. Slight great right here, obviously going to be better than a great left, but no big deal. Hit the perfect, get it anywhere close. You can clearly put it on the green here, but from the fringe, a little bit of downhill shot, still going to play here very, very nicely. Now, no spin on the wedge. Now, I do give this one, as you can see, top spin because it's so close and I just kind of eyeball it sometimes. You know what I mean, right? and in an almost direct headwind, it's going to work out well for you. But without that Endbringer, you do not want to hit great here. Ooh, we are lucky. Make sure you spend some practice tokens. Lovely, lovely. Hole number 7 here. Sets up nicely with the Marlin. 2 bars of topspin here. And as you can see, we're just making sure the top of that red ring is just touching the rough, and that second bounce is clearly over onto the green. That should allow that ball guide to run straight towards the pin, and a simple 20% mid adjustment here. Even with this decently nice wind, 2-6 is always something you want to see. Just a clean connection here, perfect away. Now, I know there's a rough bump in front of the green here, which is certainly preferable. But, well, not necessarily preferable when you get it in the hole at the pin. Let's go. Hole number 8. Now, this has to be one of the most consistent par 4s I can think of in the game. Hit perfect here, and you should be just fine. I'm actually downgrading to the basic ball, 4.5 top, and I've got about the blue ring touching the right rough, just slightly off here at max distance. So we're going to give it just a straightforward, simple shot. Try to hit perfect. Once again, recommended, but, you know, depends how it goes. It's not always essential. Down the middle of the fairway here, sometimes you give it a little bit of right curl just to keep it away from that bunker, depending on the wind. Second shot here reliably plays at 10% mid-distance with your favorite short iron, which I'm sure is the Thorn. Now, in this example, you'll see, again, I'm not using any topspin, or excuse me, any backspin. But I think I would probably want to play 2 back here. Oh, actually, I do play the 2 back. But sometimes I would actually say if you've got a strong headwind, then you're going to want to play especially no spin at all. It just depends how you want to play the shot here. But yeah, as you can see, I'm not playing any spin. But with the tailwind, I think you should go with a little bit of backspin. Comes in nicely, though. I promise you that much. You're going to see a good one getting away here. So clock's ticking down. Got to hit perfect. Bring a Marlin. Don't be cheap. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Navigator. Come on, baby. Get in the hole. Let's go. Hole number 9. Once again, we're faced with a difficult par 5. Tighten here. Extra mile, 2 top, 2 bars of left spin. Sometimes I'm only going to use half a bar of top spin or no top spin if you've got a really good wind here. So getting that second bounce, of course, across the water. And once again, playing with that yellow ring dangerously close to the left-hand rough. You might consider putting half the red ring here and then adding a little bit more curl. If I remember, we're going to go about a half a ball left curl. You can certainly play it a little safer with a little bit more curl here. No overpower, just got those tight margins. But there, once again, nice playing with the lower winds. Gives you a chance to really control it and place it where you want it to be. So lots of room to work with here. Got that second shot, though. Tons of distance to go. So really just trying to work to get this one safely onto the green. 2 top, 2 left, and you'll see how tightly back in the back left that pin is tucked. You really don't want to risk trying to get it to that bunker. Now, you could play a horizon here, something with some top spin, and you could certainly finesse a shot to happen, but it's all going to depend on the level of the clubs, the balls that you choose. You know, it's all up to you, and I just want you to have a good time, enjoy the game. I'm giving a little bit of curl, try to get it close here, but once again, play for the center of the green, play for the safe eagles here on the par 5s especially, and really spend the time on those par 3s to get those drops. Good luck in the 7th anniversary tournament. I wish you guys the very, very best. Thank you so much for watching.